Welcome to an all new episode of Damn! That's Good with Big Salinas Barbecue with Randy, Junior, and Ed. Let's get this party started.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 78 of Damn Let's Go with Big Slim's Barbecue. We're actually starting on time today with what we said we were. Very impressed. Very impressed with y'all.
First time.
For you were the first one here. I don't know how, but we got a good fun episode for you. Let's get this party started.
Hey, how's it going? Been a while since we've talked. Let's just jump right on into it. I know we went and hung out the other day. We took Randy to Korean barbecue. Randy, what was your overall thoughts on that?
Your cooking skills need some practice. That's what I could say. Your cooking skills need some practice. Uh, but I mean, it was very delicious. Um, Everything was good. All you can eat. Can't go wrong with that. I don't remember what all we had. I know we had a whole bunch. Um, so I mean,
I mean, he ain't
I,
wrong.
yeah, we had a whole bunch of
Yeah.
brisket. I know that much.
That brisket at the Korean barbecue place is so thin. It's the quickest thing to get everybody some food in their belly right away. But yeah, no, it was pretty good. Definitely was an experience. Something we'll have to do again. Different than that, but not too bad.
Yeah.
What about the? I know we didn't. Ed wasn't able to go because he's been sick. Um, Flu been running through that little household, so we all stayed well away from it. But what did you think of the steaks on Saturday at that one place?
The steaks were good.
The
We had
34,
what?
whatever it was in Denison.
Yeah, 34 Chop House. I think is what it is in Denison. Food was really good. I know that twice baked potato was really good from the little bit I had. Mac and cheese was delicious. The meatballs were really good. The
Yeah, they
Wagyu
were.
meatballs had like a little buffalo kind of sauce. I would say they call it. I think the holy voodoo sauce. So I would say yeah, something like a barbecue buffalo sauce type deal is what how I
Maybe
would
like a
describe it.
Cajun sauce kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was kind of a weird sauce. It really was like a buffalo barbecue sauce. Like they just mixed two things on there and together. But it was really good for being Wagyu
yeah,
meatballs. Was pretty good.
yeah. But yeah, the ribeye was really good. It was tender. I know I ordered ours medium because I know Mom was going to eat medium rare. Gino ordered his medium rare, and then funny thing is, I cut mine, and then I gave it to Mom because I knew she wasn't going to cut it. Junior cut his up, and Chelsea stole his meat. She stole his steak.
Wait a second. The woman who only eats well done steaks stealing medium rare steak.
Because the steak was a 22-ounce steak, so let's set the thing to it. So there's no way I'm gonna finish 22 ounces by myself. Thick cut of meat. Uh, so I said, okay, let's split it. We'll get an extra side. We got the garlic mashed potatoes, really good. He is dead on right about the mac and cheese. It was delicious. Um, and then so we split the thing. I cut mine up, and she's like, I want yours because yours isn't as red as this one. After I had cut it all the way into my slices.
Hmm.
So then I had to go and repeat it. So I should have just cut them up, handed it to her, and then done it the first place. I should have taken a
Yeah.
page out of Randy's book, but it is what it is.
But she ate all of it though. That's what was
She
funny.
did. There was nothing left. She threw a few other pieces here and there that were fatty and tried to exchange them for some other ones. But I told her if she's going to do that, you're going to leave that all on my plate, and you're not taking anything else off of it because she was taking other stuff. So,
Yeah.
but it was pretty good. Like I said, real good. Little spot. Definitely, if you're out there in the Denison area, give it a shot. But make sure you make a reservation where we sat, there was nobody at, and everywhere it was full everywhere else. So maybe they stuck us by ourselves for some weird reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's because we just had a big party. We had supposed to be 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Uh, so I think that was why they stuck us on the balcony, kind of right there next to the band where we could see the band when they started playing. But it was fun atmosphere. Uh, Good food. Definitely recommend that. Um, yeah, but other than that, cooked up some pork chops today. Uh, just threw them on the gas grill because I don't want to end up being lazy today. What y'all cook up? I know Ed had probably hadn't cooked nothing. You
Last
cook
I
anything?
cooked, last weekend before I got sick. I did one of those turkey breast roast. I smoked it. That was delicious. Um, and then I
You had
made
the pork butt.
I did do the pork butt. That was a couple weeks ago. That was good though. World's smallest pork butt would
Yeah.
fit literally in one hand. It was a pound and I think it was a pound and a half total. Something super small, just enough for like 3 sandwiches. It was perfect. The wife doesn't eat pork, so makes it easy on me. And then right as we were getting sick, I made some chicken and rice soup. But other than that, honestly, anything about more than a slice of toast has been about too much for me. So today's the first day that I'm kind of at least semi back. I apologize if I have to mute to cough during today, but I just today's the first day that I kind of feel back to
Almost
myself,
back to
if you
normal.
will. Yeah. That cough's gonna linger though. I can feel it already. So
Oh yeah, I believe it. What about you, Junior? Have you cooked anything else since the last episode?
We did some pork chops, but I did those kind of on the. I have gas that comes in, so it's basically like a gas grill type of thing. Season them up, kind of put them with the steak, little fried them a little bit in some bacon grease thing that I have, and then put some butter in there. Like I said, kind of cooked it like a steak through the uh, cowabunga rub. I think is what I had. I think no, I didn't have cowabunga. I had porker rub on it, and it kind of, like I said, yeah, it was pretty good. Chelsea and Eden ate it. I've got a pot roast, slow roasting right now. With it, we've done it before with this. I've used the. I told you I'd have a review. Kenders, I think is what it's called. Kinders, something like that. The steak blend. Um, I had run out of cowabunga, so I had to kind of improvise. I said, "Let's try this and see." We tried it on there, not too bad. Kind of a little peppery on it, but it's pretty good, pretty decent. From there, so would recommend it if anybody wants to give it a shot. But like I said, it doesn't compare to the cowabunga you put on the stuff. So I got some seasoning like that going on it, but it's just kind of cooking, and it should be done here by the time we're done too, and they get home for
Hey,
dinner.
there
all
you go.
right.
I like their Kinder's caramelized onion butter.
Yeah,
Another
Yeah.
recommend from them. Good stuff
pretty
over there.
good. Pretty good. I think so. Yeah, like I said, if it's in there, like I said, give it a shot. And see, let us know what you think. But like I said, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was something. It wasn't real pricey at the grocery store either. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and I wasn't going to go with O's seasoning. Um, Y'all know which one I'm talking about. So I wasn't going to go with something like that. So, but I had heard of things in the past, so I gave it a shot, and pretty decent.
We know how much you
Yeah.
love the O's.
The O's. Not even going to give him his props on a podcast. That's somebody who needs to quit sending videos. He talking about me sending videos about Luca. He be sending them videos all the time.
I mean, if you gonna marinate your meat in milk, you got something. Red meat at that. Sorry, red meat. Jeez.
Let's get into it. What do we got on the docket?
I think today we were going to jump into a little bit of our favorite Super Bowl foods since we have the Super Bowl coming up relatively quick. So, Randy, what you cooking up on
Yeah,
Super
what
Bowl?
we coming to eat on
What are
Super
we
Bowl
doing?
Sunday?
Probably nothing.
What's on the menu?
I'll probably cook up some chicken wings.
Okay, flavor though.
Flavor, man, I just kind of throw stuff together. So I kind of do a garlic parmesan type deal.
All right,
Uh, Trying to think of what else I do. I do some. I just do just kind of seasoning by itself. So just
dry
whatever
rub.
seasoning, just dry
Mhm.
rub. I'll do a barbecue sauce one.
Got
I
to.
may play around this one with some like a hot version, just kind of
There you
see,
go. There you
depending on
go.
who comes. Um,
You usually
yeah,
do
other
like a
than that,
lemon pepper too.
yeah.
Lemon
But
pepper's
lemon
always
pepper, you
solid.
do have to kind of watch it because sometimes you can go a little bit too over.
Yeah.
Um,
Facts.
yeah, usually it's garlic parmesan, lemon pepper, a dry rub, and then some kind of barbecue sauce one.
Should do a
Um,
peach one.
I think I did one last time.
I think so. It's pretty good. Yeah, we may have to do that. I have to roll to the house.
Junior.
Uh, Chicken wings. I think one thing you cooked one time, don't have it every Super Bowl, is like a brisket queso type of deal.
Yeah, we did a.
You did
I
one of
think we
those.
did chorizo queso.
Yeah, something like that. Like just
Yeah,
jazz up the queso. Like it can be even, just put hamburger meat in the thing. To me, I mean, it's
yeah,
queso. You got your wings. You got your food. I think that's. I mean, uh, but
Yeah,
when you do it like a brisket queso and stuff like that, I think it's awesome.
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Uh, like for me, again, yeah, wings, of course. Like for me, I want some sort of hot wing for sure. Something that I can dip in a little bit of blue cheese.
Bullshit. You better get on off this fucking podcast.
um,
Johnny
chips and
Mags, there you go. That's your boy,
Johnny Mags.
Ed
There you
Ross.
go. Jalapeno poppers. Who doesn't like a good jalapeno popper every now and then?
Yeah.
And then if you don't have an ice cold drink, I don't know if it's a Super Bowl party.
Ice cold water. You can have all the water you can
All
drink.
the
You can
water
have
you want,
all
man.
the
What are you
water
talking
you can
about?
drink.
Yeah.
No, for sure. You got to have a drink of
Yeah,
something. But
yeah, most
yeah,
definitely.
I would agree with all those. That's a Super Bowl party to have fun with, just to
Yep.
have fun, enjoy it. Um, Hopefully, I don't care who wins.
You do care. You don't want to see
I don't got any
the
Super Bowl squares this year, so I ain't worried
No
about it.
squares. No square.
uh,
What else?
Oh,
What else though? Is there anything else that you feel like has to be there at a party, like for a Super Bowl? Anything else? Like, do you have to have a dessert? Does there have to be like sweet snacks in addition to the savory snacks? Is there non-traditional things that you're doing? Like, are you doing anything weird? Like, growing up, my family loved to do uh, barbecue sauce, grape jelly, and frozen meatballs. I don't know
yeah, we've
why.
done that before.
It was a thing that they did all the time. Same with the little weenies and barbecue
Yep.
sauce. Um, I've strayed away from some of that. Um, Hell, I'm good with just a box of Cheez-Its sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen people do the smoke like Cheez-Its, the nuts and all that kind of stuff on
Yeah,
there.
no,
Yeah, we've done the not for the Super Bowl, but the meatballs with barbecue sauce and grape jelly, and that's really good.
yeah. I don't know
Um,
why that combo works, but it does.
yeah,
it doesn't
uh,
sound like it would
It
work at all.
absolutely not. Absolutely does not sound like it
I
would
could
work.
see people doing like some kind of sliders, like chicken sliders or
Yeah,
hamburger sliders.
Yep.
Um,
yeah,
any
Yeah,
kind of really finger food, depending
I
on how
think
many
that's the
people
key.
you have over.
Finger foods.
yeah.
It
I've been
just
seeing a
have
lot of
a
people
lot of it
say
and leave it.
cheesesteaks because of the Eagles this year.
Yeah,
A lot of people saying they're doing cheesesteaks.
You could do sweet barbecue for your Kansas City.
You- I
yeah,
mean, good.
Play into it a little bit. Yeah, I've heard of that. Like people will go and they'll plan their menu around who's playing,
Yeah,
just to kind of jazz it up about it. But I think your staples, but yeah, you're definitely even your off one-offs, your Texas Twinkies, your jalapeno poppers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You could do it. To me, you don't necessarily have to have a dessert. Somebody's gonna bring cookies or somebody's gonna bring your little thing like that, but
Yeah.
you don't have to. But it's always going to be, that's probably your staple of it. We've been to parties in the past where they've had cakes and stuff for the Super Bowl, and to me, it's just like, what are we feeding? What are we eating first? Because after a long night of that, you've got some adult beverages in your belly, and you may not want nothing sweet. You may not want nothing sweet after that. So
that's fair.
I still do gotta get you your trophy, by the way.
Still be waiting. Just sitting. It's got a clean spot right here. It'll be in every video for the rest of the season.
Looks good right on my shelf.
I'll make sure I crop that out.
Cut that right there.
Yeah.
What else? What else is y'all's, like? I mean, we have your go-to, your one-off. What is the one thing that if you see at the Super Bowl party, you question it? Like, really? This? Like, is there a certain food you would look at and go, why? Why do they have this?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to turn me off with food, but
like if somebody had, and instead of having wings, they had, chicken pot pies, what they were offering for the.
I mean, that would be,
really?
Yeah, that might make me something like that.
If you didn't have the staples and you had offered other food, would it be just like, would you look at that person a little different moving forward?
If somebody didn't have like buffet style kind of finger foods and they wanted to serve like a meal, I might kind of look at them a little weird. Like even if they were like, "Hey, come over, we're gonna have steaks," I'd still be all, "Are you sure?"
If you have fajitas, I think you could do it with fajitas.
Because that you could still do it kind of buffet style.
Correct.
Like, I think the whole point of a Super Bowl party is to be able to grab and go kind of thing.
Buffet.
You want to be able to kind of munch on stuff throughout the game, throughout the whole time that you're hanging out. Because I assume that people are going to come over before, they're going to hang out a little bit after. I still don't know why we don't have the Monday after the Super Bowl off. They need to make that a holiday.
They're wanting to change it.
I think they should.
Well, they're wanting to add an 18 game, add another bye week or something like that.
To where it lines up.
To where it would fall right after what President's Day is, the next one or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The day before that. And so it would be that day.
Yeah.
Roger Goodell, we looking to you.
I would agree, though.
You don't need to add another 18 games.
I don't think you need another game. You can add another bye week, whatever. But
yeah, add another bye week. Easy enough.
But you don't need. There's so many people getting hurt now because they're not looking good or they're not. That's the part of it. But we can get in that different.
Agreed.
But no, I agree. Just the fact that if we're like, yeah, we're gonna do steak and baked potatoes for dinner for the Super Bowl. Yeah. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You do, like if you did a taco bar or fajitas or something like that, that's fine. I think as long as it's a buffet style. Yeah. I know Chelsea saw something one day about doing a pasta bar. People were doing some pasta bars for the Super Bowl party. It's a little extreme,
that might also be one of those things that make me go.
I would still kind of look at it. I'd have said maybe for just a regular party. We're having a pasta bar for a party coming out.
Sure. For
Super Bowl, I think it's got to be finger foods, stadium type foods, and let's do it. Let's have fun with it. But I don't know.
Yeah. What else is on the docket?
Besides the fact that neighbors keep cooking with lighter fluid. It is.
I think you just need to have an intervention.
I've given them some fire starters, and they haven't cooked since then. And they were complaining about it. I said, "Hey, when y'all cook y'all's beer, how do you start your thing?" And you're like, "Well, I said, I know you use lighter fluid. I just wanted to see if you would admit it." And I said, "Try these next time. Get you one, and I showed him what I have. And he said, "Get you one of these, put it there, and then you can put the coals on there." I said it's going to take a little bit longer to get started, but you're going to taste the difference. And they haven't come and told me anything yet. They haven't cooked anything. Just the fact that it's been cold, super cold out there. So maybe they'll do some cooking
Yeah,
What are
this
you
week.
talking about? It was 82 today.
I was gonna
They
say
didn't cook
Cold.
today. They didn't
it's
last
this whole
week.
week's supposed to
The
be
week.
nice. So
I don't
I
know.
got
And then
tried.
next week is going to be cold.
yeah,
Practice.
we can't make up our
Uh,
mind. Texas
Practice.
I
practice.
tell you what. I was looking at the calendar today. I was like, I can't. The weather. I can't believe this weekend is going to be hot. Next weekend for the cook off is going to be cold. I'm
Always.
like,
Elks Lodge
Yeah,
is
holy
always
no, I
kind
mean
of cold, dude.
you got
Always.
it. So let's roll into that then. So we have the Elks coming up. What's game plan is first comp of the year? Just kind of get some of the dust off and get rocking and rolling this season.
To win the
Yep.
whole fucking thing.
Well, obviously,
Yeah. Yeah. This one gonna be definitely gonna be doing the chicken recipe different way. Um,
all right.
so different technique. Kind of see how that works out. I was happy
You
with the
got it
test
written
run
down
that I had. Yeah, I wrote
before you
down
go
everything.
change something. Write it down.
Yeah.
We determined we go write it down this year
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the sake of all of us. We go write it down.
Yeah.
Mm,
Uh, but yeah, I wrote everything down step by step on what went into the brine, the injection, the seasoning, sauces, all that kind of stuff.
right on.
Um, so yeah, definitely playing around with that. And then of course the ribs and brisket, just trying to knock off the dust there, um, and see what happens. Uh, it'll be the next one, the Weatherford one is when that one is when we're going to basically throw all attention at that one. So this one definitely is just kind of knock the rust off. See what happens. Definitely going to go out there and try
Sure.
to cook everything we can, the best that we can. But the Weatherford one, I think, is the one we're all waiting for, trying to get some of that 50K. You know,
Most
so
definitely. How many comps do you think that we did last year? And are we kind of
uh,
on track to do the same? Are we looking to do a little bit more this year?
I think we're on probably we did like 4 or 5.
5,
That- yeah,
6,
usually we do
7,
about
8.
5 to 7, depending on what we got going on.
I got no
Uh,
sound. Maybe it's just me.
it's just you,
Just you.
but yeah, we did about I think 5. So we did the Elks one,
Hmm.
the Irvin one. I mean the Irvin one, Arlington, Weatherford. We did the Royal,
Yeah.
um, El Dorado. So that's 6. Did I miss one?
I don't. I was trying to
I think
remember if we
it's
had any others.
uh,
Bueller.
Bueller.
I think we bought about 6 or 7. Um, I had to let me see. I got a cheat
Yeah.
sheet.
I was gonna say. I just.
But yeah,
Do you think we're on track for about the same? Or are we looking to
mhm,
do a little bit more this year, or kind of stay?
probably about the same. Depending on uh, how we do in the first
I was gonna say we get a
several ones. I mean,
groove.
if we start getting hot, then
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, I'm with you there. We get hot, we got to keep going.
We start going after we start getting a whole bunch of car, winning a lot of money. Yeah, we may have to.
Cooking in the summertime.
Yeah. Which hey, also if anybody out there listening is looking to sponsor, we'd love to entertain those opportunities. Reach
Yeah.
out to Randy.
While I'm looking up the cheat sheet, um, speaking of the sponsors, yeah, we got um, what's it called? The Good Charcoal is sponsoring us this
The
year, so
good
we're
charcoal.
an ambassador for the Good
Yay!
Charcoal. Um, so that's what we're running this year is the Good Charcoal. So if you had not checked them out, give them a try. Um, five. So we did five, six. We did seven last year.
All right.
Well, technically six because one wasn't a sanctioned cook-off. Um,
Which one
but
It's
was
for
it?
a
seven
good
for
cause.
the one at the brewery, the one that didn't go to.
Oh yeah, the one that was like 5 people were there.
Yeah, there was only four teams, 4 or 5 teams. I think
Rainfest.
six next. Yeah. Um,
It didn't rain. It's just they thought there
no.
would be more teams than there were, but
Mm,
I thought that was the one that rain.
no.
no, it was
That
great
was
weather.
that was the second Weatherford one.
It was
Um,
a weird one because they had a people's choice. So you definitely had people. You had one cook that's what he was going after. He didn't care about the actual rest of the category. He just wanted people's choice,
yeah.
and that's a voting thing. And we had some votes, and people said for the over. We just sold our. We didn't even sell. We gave away because that's what you would do. Our leftovers. Here, try what we've cooked, what we've turned in. We didn't care about the people's choice on it. Some cooks did, and they cooked some stuff, but this one just really, that's all he wanted. He's like, as long as we win people's choice, that's all I care about. I'm like, okay. And he finished
Yep.
dead last and everything else and won people's choice.
Yeah. I mean, but it was a fun one because it just basically just kind of we just hung out,
Yeah.
just us two and our mom.
Yeah, that was
Um,
it.
that was basically it. But so I mean, it was fun. But yeah, we did seven last year if you include that one. So usually, yeah, we're probably right around that track to do that same amount. Um, but yeah, we'll see whenever it gets starting getting hotter. As you know, we stay inside.
But just
And
remember,
see,
Ed said he wanted to do it when it was hot. So we'll just let him stand out there in front of the grill and let him do all the
yeah,
turn ins and we'll stay in the AC.
Stay in the
yeah.
AC. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it. No, but I agree. I had headset issues. I heard kind of the bits of it. Yeah, if we're rolling hot, then you got to go with it. Don't
Yeah,
stick with it
Yeah.
for sure. But
yeah. I
uh,
mean, because we got the Irvin one, and then we're doing the Weatherford one on March 14th. And I think we're going to try to do one at the end of March, but I'm not sure
we're doing
which one.
AT&T again.
They're not having that one.
No,
Uh-uh. Um, there were some other ones too. Uh, that I think we're going to try to do. Um, Certainly, the second Weatherford one we can't do because we're gonna be at not Mason's, Nick's graduation party that same weekend in May. Uh, so we'll be doing that one, but we'll try to probably do one in April and in March, or not March, in May. And then of course the Royal in sometime in September, October,
I
November,
was gonna say I don't think they
December.
published a date yet for this
Uh,
year.
they'll do it sometime after June, maybe towards June. Um, I would assume. Uh, yeah, and
God,
then of course we'll do probably the El Dorado one because it's so close. Um, yeah. So yeah, I would say yeah we're on track to do about the same
yeah,
we did last year. But yeah, for sure if we get hot, yeah, I'll probably be looking to see if I can find something close where I can
sure,
hook and book after work.
yeah,
Say some vacation hours. Um, but yeah, and of course if you're looking to get into cook-offs, I mean just go out there and find one and do it. And we always kind of say you can set up next to us, and we'll kind of help guide you. But when we start
yeah,
putting meats on and it gets close to turn-ins, we're gonna leave you to yourself, and we'll kind of still be there to kind of help,
yeah.
give you tips.
I think that's a good transition. So, uh, from moving from kind of backyard weekend warrior to a comp cook, what do you feel like is the biggest difference for that transition from for somebody who is interested in becoming and getting into kind of the comp circuit?
I mean, there's no really transition on it. The only difference is you got to think outside the box because you have to put more in, more into it. When what I mean by that is you have to inject or you have to brine the meats to get more flavor on there. You're going to spend more money because you're going to have to go with like the brisket. You're going to have to go with the good prime brisket. You may have to go Wagyu brisket. We cook Wagyu because this is what um, we started winning with, and we just kind of stuck with it.
Sure.
Um, Same thing with the ribs. You got to try to find, you know, good ribs. You kind of pay more attention to detail on the meats that you're selecting and cutting and trimming. Um,
I was gonna say for somebody like me who I'm kind of there as a supporting role for the team. Um, I know that you do a lot of the, if not all of the trimming and the prep work on that. How do you feel like that
I do all of it.
transition was from like how you would trim for a backyard or a catering gig versus how you would do it for a comp?
For a comp.
Or is there a big difference? Do you feel
Oh
like?
yeah, there is. Uh, so backyard wise, like say your ribs, chicken. I mean, you're probably not going to trim anything. With chicken, you're maybe just kind of pull the fat off. Of course, you can still um, cut them in half, spatchcock them, whatever you want. But
Right.
you're basically season them, throw them on. You may brine them if you prefer that. So I mean, chicken, there's really not that big of a difference. You're still going to have a juicy chicken, but you want the skin to stay on. So you're trying to pay more attention to rendering that fat off the skin.
Yeah.
But now when you get into the the ribs, you want a more of that St. Louis cut. So you want try to get the bone straighter, as straight as you can be, but you want thick. So typically, we probably gone to the store and we just picked up just a rack of ribs and said, "Oh, this is I'll just use this one."
Yeah.
Especially if we're on a budget, we're just gonna pick one up and just kind of and cook on it.
Just go
Um,
with it.
but with competition or catering, you're paying more close attention to it because you want more meat on it than fat. Same thing with brisket. As you're selecting it, you're being more picky with it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to trimming, you're trimming it backyard style, little to none. Just the hard fat. That's it. Silver skin maybe. Me, if I'm doing backyard, I'm still going to be taking the silver skin off, taking the hard fat off, getting that quarter-inch steak and rolling with it. Catering, I'm gonna be a little bit more detailed with it.
Yeah.
Um, Trying to get everything even. Um, Competition style, I'm trying to fit it into my little brisket caddy, so I'm trimming it down way more, trying to get that. Uh,
Uniformity.
yes, but at the same time, if the grain's running this way, I'm trying to straighten it out. Um, so if like I said, if it's this way at an angle, you want to just straighten it out. So you're going to trim that brisket to get it as straight as up and down, north and south as you can. So you're paying more close to detail. You're trying to get uniform all the way across. Um, so yeah, there's more detail that goes into it,
Yeah.
and you're looking at trying to visualize when I'm putting into the box. I'm trying to go in reverse. Okay, so here I can picture the 8 to 10 slices. Now, okay, I can picture it seasoned.
Yeah.
Now, how do I want it? How do I need it to look trimmed
Do you
before
feel
anything?
like Yeah. Do you feel like flavor profiles that you're looking for are different for a backyard than for comp? Like you're doing more for, when you're backyard cooking, you're kind of doing for you and what your taste is
Yep.
versus when you're at a comp kind of conforming to the norm of that salt, pepper, garlic kind of flavor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never ran just. I mean, I haven't ran salt and pepper or garlic on a brisket just by itself in years.
Sure.
Um, but at home, backyard catering, this is going to be seasoned the same way. Holy garlic, no bull rub.
Sure.
But when it comes to competition, we're gonna do holy garlic, cowabunga, and then I'm gonna throw on that Hook's Midnight Rub to kind of add a little more flavor to it. Um, so, and the cowabunga, I mean, you're throwing more different rubs or different seasonings onto it to kind of enhance that flavor.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will use 4 to 5 different rubs, and that's why I made the cowabunga so that way all those other rubs that they're putting on, I can just use it in one.
Right.
Um, so yeah, but yeah, flavor profile wise, you only have that one bite per
Yeah.
judge, so you're trying to wow them off that one bite.
Yeah.
Um, and if I can get someone to say, "Oh my goodness, if I can have that brisket every time, if I can get that one, that's what I want." Um, but I always try to. I like to taste it hot, but then also try to give it a little bit of time and taste it cold because I know if it's however when it comes off to when it's cold, I know if it's in between, I'm perfect.
Yeah.
So,
You
did
feel
you
like
fix
there's
your issues
any
in there
Huh?
over there? You fix your issues?
Barely.
barely.
What were you gonna say, Ed?
I was gonna say, do you feel like that transition though that most people could probably transition with whatever equipment they have in their backyard for a comp?
Oh yeah,
Like if all you had was a Weber, you'd be all right.
yep. We've seen people, use the Weber Smoky Mountains.
Yep.
Um, the buddy that just took the old trailer, he started doing his off of one drum and a Weber kettle. I still seen people do kettles the whole time. If you have a pellet grill, you can use a pellet grill. Whatever you used to cooking on, just roll with it. But now you have to be able to have enough space to cook the brisket, ribs, chicken on it. So that's why a lot of people are using offsets. When we started, we
Sure.
rolled with the smoker out there. Um,
Yeah.
so we used the original Dorothy, and then when I had this one built, we rolled with that one. Um, and then it was just getting to be too big of a pain in the butt to haul it over there. So we transitioned into the drum smokers. Um, so, but yeah, whatever you're comfortable with, I would say just roll with it. I mean, you're used to it.
That's true.
Very true. What about though? We've been to competitions, and you get the cooks that transition from backyard to competition, but from instead of going to competition like the ones we go to, they've gone to little, I would say we'll just call it mom and pop for a 5 person, 10 person one, kind of like the one we went to, that one competition we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about where there wasn't a lot of people there. There was another big name team there, I think, because we thought, hey, this has a shot to be bigger, and it didn't pan out. But um then they come up to one that's like the Weatherford because they're intrigued with the $50,000 prize thing, or this and that, and they're intrigued with that, and then they don't like the results, they get hammered on it. What do you think they should do if they're looking to be, okay, I've done these small ones, now that's the next step? Should they go to one a little smaller than that first,
Yeah.
or should they just say, hey, let's dive right in and stick
No,
with
just go for it. Uh, take a look at Meat Shots and Damn Yankee Barbecue. They started off doing little ones like Tough Like Jack over here in Princeton years ago, and now they're doing big ones. I mean, they've transitioned from doing that little bitty cook off here and there to being big ones all over. So definitely, if you're doing little ones and you feel confident enough, go for it. Um, if you especially if it's close to the house, I mean, you never know. Um, we've seen last year at Weatherford what someone the Australia team were they
Yep.
from Australia or somewhere or New Zealand?
Or
New
Australia
Zealand.
one. Yeah. Clean house.
Come in and get calls and almost everything. We've gone to the Weatherford one and the backyard cook. You know,
Yep.
and this is really good. Um, so definitely go for it.
Do you feel like
I
they could use resources from like KCBS or like any of those kind of like organizations that they can go and find information on that would be helpful for somebody,
Mhm.
or do you feel like they should just go and do it?
No,
no,
I can do the research to see what if you're going to do KCBS, you're going to do an Outlaw, you're going to do CBA. Of course, look at the rules and see. But then there are people there that you can always ask and just say, "Hey, I'm doing this as the first sanctioned cook-off I'm doing. Um, just trying to get some tips," and they'll give you tips. Certainly, you can go there, walk around, and just kind of chat with people. Um,
Yeah,
you get the people that have been, the big teams that have been drinking, they're going to start, kind of helping you out. Now they're not going to open up everything and say, "Hey, this is it," but they're going to be able to they're going to guide you, give you some tips.
at least a little bit.
Um,
I think most
yeah,
of us are all pretty approachable and pretty nice. At least
yeah,
since I've been around that I've seen.
no,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You'll get those ones that's like, "No, get out of here."
Which
Yeah,
which
most
to
times,
me
yeah,
blows
you
me
just got to
away,
be
dude.
there.
Blows me away because at the end of the day, you're at a cook-off, a barbecue competition. A barbecue's about fun and family and friendship and all that other stuff. So why be rude like that? You don't know what
Yeah,
you can tell them. Hey, this is what I cook on. This is what I do. And most of the time we've done that. We've people come up to us. We've even asked when we first got into it was. And you would get the lowdown of what it is. Our dad was really good at that. He would disappear and he'd go, "Oh, this guy's cooking on this. This guy's cooking on that."
yeah,
Now they're not going to say, "Hey, come watch me trim this brisket" or anything like that, or "Come watch me do this injection or this and that." But I think for sure to help them out. So if we're there and you see us, come stop by, say hi, and we'll help you out for
Yep.
sure.
I
And
feel
if you
like
beat us, hey,
everybody's
all
pretty
good
supportive.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Randy's right. You do have your few that are like they look at you funny and they don't want to show you nothing and they don't, they I being the person that turns in have seen some crazy things with people turning in. They, especially at the Royal where you get guys that are yanking their wives over. No, don't put it there. There's only two people there. We got to find I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah,
To me, it's just like, you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know every team here and how good that other team is.
yeah,
So you could be put at that table where the guy that grand champion chicken or whatever, first place chicken or something like that. And you sat at that one
yeah.
and didn't
Yep.
win. So I like it.
Yep. Anything else y'all want to talk about before we wrap it up?
No, I agree. Don't
No.
don't be scared to go out there and give it a shot. If you forget something, for sure, don't be afraid to go ask somebody because I've seen Randy go, "Oh yeah, I've got an extra one. Here you go.
Yep.
Oh, I got an extra one. Here you go." Or I think Ed said it best. Do your research on it as well. Find out how they turn in. If you get there early enough, most of these places have to say, "Hey, like you say, this is my first one. How did they do turn-ins and stuff?" Or usually once they go over in the cooks meeting, you can ask the judge. They'll ask the main judge, "Hey,
Yeah.
how's the turn-in going?" And they'll be more than happy to help you because generally most of these people know somebody that's cooking in it. If they don't know for sure, they'll say, "Hey, so and so talk to this person."
Yep.
So but they'll tell you how to turn it in, what to do. You'll and make sure you get a good place. Hopefully, you qualify, get some money in your pocket for your troubles. Take some of Randy's money.
Everybody takes my money.
The casino took your money for sure.
Everybody takes my money because Oklahoma always takes my money. Getting sick and tired of Oklahoma and Kansas.
Kansas really took your money. It was nice to Ed. It wasn't. It was me. It was
I
kind
should
of.
have just
It
gave my
was
money
nice.
to Ed. It would have been better. Here,
Ding.
Here, Ed, just take this shit and walk a bit.
Ed. Don't
We
play
should have
here.
walked into the casino on Saturday and said, "Here, what's this for? Just take it. I'm gonna go
Just
home."
take it. Just hold on to this until we leave.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
No,
make me
just
feel like I won something.
no, but no, that's it. I don't think nothing else. Definitely, I don't have anything else. Any other questions y'all have?
Nope. That's everything I got. So
That's
let's
all I
just
got.
wrap it up. Uh, Of course, as always, give us a follow on all our social media sites: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, because TikTok is still around. I think that's all the social media sites. Big sure give us a follow, give our products a try if you have not already. Try them once, try them twice. Because as we always say, you never know. You just may get hooked on that big taste, big flavor, big Salinas. I think
Ed,
it's point out you,
Oh,
Ed.
all right.
Ed.
As always, we want to see what you're cooking. Tag us, like Randy said, on all the socials. Otherwise, grill on, my friends. We'll catch you in the smoke next time.
Yeah, definitely go
Mm.
check us out. I think we're all on Instagram under different various names. Definitely go follow Ed. He will post a lot of pictures of what he's cooked on there. Randy will show kind of some videos, and I will not. So I don't. You don't want. I don't want to follow me, but I'll show some stuff. Got some maybe another potential review coming up for the next episode. If you do want us to review a product, we are more than happy to do that, but just let us know where we can buy it so that way we can give an honest opinion review of it. That we can, like I said, give our best honest opinion of it. We'll definitely give it a shot. Go check out the Good Charcoal Company's brands. Go check out where you can buy their stuff because that's what we use, and we do that. But regardless of who wins the Super Bowl this Sunday, regardless of what you cook, do it with love, do it with passion, and we'll see you down the road.
The next year's our year. Cowboys are winning it all.
Okay.